U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has announced that an American submarine has sunk an Iranian warship during escalating tensions in the region. The incident marks a significant and potentially dangerous moment in U.S.-Iran relations, raising concerns about further escalation. Here's what we know so far. According to U.S. officials, the Iranian warship was operating in the Indian Ocean when it was engaged by a U.S. Navy submarine. Defense Secretary Hegseth stated that the action was taken in response to what he described as a credible threat to regional maritime security. The strike reportedly occurred swiftly, with the submarine launching a torpedo that disabled and ultimately sank the vessel. Iranian officials have condemned the incident, calling it an act of aggression and a violation of international maritime law. State media described the loss of the warship as a serious escalation and warned that Iran reserves the right to respond. Tensions between the two nations were already high before this encounter. World leaders are calling for restraint as news of the sinking spreads. The United Nations has urged both sides to de-escalate and avoid further confrontation. Financial markets reacted cautiously, with energy prices showing early volatility amid fears of broader regional instability. The United States maintains a strong naval presence in the Indian Ocean, including aircraft carriers and advanced submarines. Iran, meanwhile, has invested heavily in asymmetric naval capabilities, including fast attack boats and missile systems. Experts warn that even a limited naval clash could trigger a wider regional confrontation. Diplomatic channels may attempt to reduce tensions, but the risk of retaliation remains. For now, the sinking of an Iranian warship by a U.S. submarine represents one of the most serious naval incidents between the two countries in recent years. The world will be watching closely as events continue to unfold. The United States says a Navy submarine sank an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean during rising tensions. Here's what happened and what it could mean for global security. The sinking of the Iris Dina comes as the U.S. and Israel have continued to launch airstrikes on Iran for a fifth day, with the Israeli military saying it had hit security headquarters across the capital, Tehran, on Wednesday. Israel has also conducted airstrikes on Lebanon and has sent ground forces into the south of the country after armed group Hezbollah launched rockets and drones at Israel. Iran appears to have continued to carry out retaliatory attacks. New strikes were reported in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait on Wednesday, while Turkey said NATO defenses shot down an Iranian missile heading towards Turkish territory. Sri Lanka has remained neutral in the conflict. It has refrained from taking any side, calling for restraint and immediate de-escalation from all concerned parties. Herath, its foreign affairs minister, paid tribute to Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei after he was assassinated on Saturday. A government spokesman later said Sri Lanka would issue a formal message of condolence regarding all deaths resulting from the conflict, including Iranian state leaders and officials who had been killed.